Hey, what's up, guys? It's Mitch from Dudes.Do.Gaming here to bring you a detailed review on the WoW Freakz World of Warcraft 7.1.5 private server. Let's get into it. Alright guys, so now I'm on to the leveling portion of my review. So most players on the server choose to level on the 10 times setting for obvious reasons, so small details or quests not fully working like they should usually goes pretty unnoticed. But most quests that are broken, they're usually fixed pretty fast because the server does have very good GM staff that fixes bugs quite frequently. But if not, then they're usually turned into instant-complete quests, which you'll find quite often, especially as you move up in the expansions. So I've personally leveled almost every class to 110 on this server, and I haven't ever really been inconvenienced by the leveling process and the instant-complete quests, even though I can see for some players how it might be annoying. But that's about it. Alright guys, the next thing that I want to talk about is the RDF tool on this server, the Random Dungeon Finder. So when leveling, the RDF tool, as far as I know, is working up to standard. The only point at which dungeons are actually completely unplayable, not just like slightly bugged or something, is in Warlord to Draenor. Warlord to Draenor dungeons have a strange bug where you can actually find a group, you can teleport into the dungeon, but once you get there, the entirety of the WoD expansion actually has this weird phasing bug, where basically you can't even see your other party members or anyone even in the Draenor open world. So that also carries over to the WoD dungeons, which is really annoying. However, most people just level through WoD doing the bonus objectives, seeing as though most of the quests are broken. However, that's pretty much the only expansion in the game that has a lot of broken quests. Everything else is working almost completely up to standard, including the RDF tool. Alright guys, the next little segment that I want to talk about real quick is the abilities and the talents and how they're working. So as far as I know, almost all abilities are working up to standard. Every now and then you look in the patch notes and you can see that the devs fixed some like very minor bugs, but there's nothing completely close to like game breaking abilities that just like one shot you or something ridiculous like that. So the abilities and the talents and things like that in the server are working up to Blizzard standard. So the next tiny thing that I want to talk about real quick is the cash shop. Yes, there is in fact a cash shop in this server, and you can how it works is you pay the server money through something like a Visa card, or if you're a Romanian player then there's more options. And then what you can do is you have that money on your WoW Freakz account, and then you can buy things on the in-game shop with that. Yes, this does unfortunately include things like tier items and legendaries. However, I'm slightly alright with it because of the prices, right? So it's not like it's like $5 for like best in slot legendary or something like that. If you want a legendary, I think it's about $73 US. So it's not like you're gonna walk around and everyone's gonna have like best in slot legendary and like Nighthold tier gear. So that's the cash shop. Alright guys, so the next thing that I want to talk about is going to be professions. On this server, as far as I know, professions are pretty lackluster to say the least. I've been warned by many friends that most of their professions are just almost downright broken. I've personally leveled a few of them, like gathering professions, and I believe I leveled tailoring in the past, and that worked pretty good. But I've heard that as far as leveling up most of these professions into the Legion profession point levels, some of them become downright broken. So the professions are not working very well as of now on this server. Alright guys, so the next thing I'm going to be talking about is raiding. So as far as I know, all of Trial of Valor or TOV is scripted right now. The Emerald Nightmare is scripted completely, all the bosses 100% on all difficulties, and I haven't noticed very many bugs. And as of today, December 29th, 2017, when I record this, the 2 more bosses on top of the initial 3 bosses that were released for Nighthold are working. So as of now, there's 5. The first 5 bosses of Nighthold are completely working. Alright guys, so on to one of my favorite topics, and that would be Mythic Plus. So I run Mythic Plus a lot. It's one of my favorite activities to do for gearing and things like that, and to just have fun with my guild members and friends. So I was delighted to see that Mythic Plus, not only does it work on this server, but it's almost flawless. the entire system, all the bosses, the trash. While I've noticed a few minor bug changes, bug fixes in the patch notes every now and then for things like trash and maybe minor boss mechanics, for the most part it's working perfectly. Alright guys, so the next topic that I'm going to be talking about now is PvP. So I have a couple of guild member friends who avidly run rated 2v2 arenas, and they've told me that it's all working completely fine. One bug that used to be existent but got fixed, this is just an example of a minor bug, was for instance in Dalaran sewers. The water would not push you out of the tube at the top in the starting area at the beginning, but overall, Battlegrounds, they're working as intended. I haven't seen very many bugs. I used to be really into PvP when I first came onto this Legion server. I did PvP with a lot of different classes, and I didn't notice really any bugs. The Otter talents are working completely fine. The 2v2 skirmishes are working great. Something to note about the 2v2 skirmishes is that healers were banned from 2v2 skirmishes, but they're still allowed in 2v2 rated arenas. Alright guys, so now on to one of the final topics, and that's going to be community breakdown. So this is originally a Romanian server, and therefore there's a strong presence of Romanian players. But if you're English like me, then don't fear, because nearly everyone I've met on this server speaks English and well, at least to some degree. And in addition to there being two separate global chats for Romanian and English players, it works out fine. I've never really had any problems with the language barrier or anything like that. There's plenty of English players to go around and Romanian players. So if you're interested in this server and you speak English, then don't worry at all about that. So the server population usually peaks at around 4,000 players each day. And then at low times, at the very lowest point on the server, it drops to about 1,000 players online at a time, which can get kind of annoying. See, when it's at peak or close to peak, 3,000 or 4,000 players, it's really easy to find mythic dungeon groups and things like that. The pre-made group finder's full of like mythic keystones. It's really great. However, when it drops down to about 1,000 players online, you can still find BG queues relatively quickly. However, when it comes to running mythic keystones and stuff, it's not very practical to try to run them on the low time of the server. So if you want to, like be up all night or something trying to like run mythic keystones and just grind out gear and AP, it might not be completely feasible all the time with the way that the server peaks and lows work. Alright guys, so now I'm going to be giving you my conclusion on this server. So, in conclusion, I mean, there's a reason that I've been playing on the WoW Freakz servers for I think it's been about 2 years now. There's a large and growing community, a committed team of GMs, and I've seen that they're continuously recruiting new GMs and scripting more content. They put a lot of effort into this server, and they really do care about it. And overall, if you're a player looking for a 7.1.5 high quality Legion server that has a lot of players, good player base, things like that, and most importantly has a lot of working content, I would definitely give this server a try. If you ever need some help on this server or anything, feel free to message me. My character name is Mitch. That's my warrior that I usually play on. But yeah, in conclusion, I think that this server is probably the best. Well, not only do I think it's the best private server out there right now, but it is by far the best WoW 7.1.5 private server. So thanks guys for watching. Alright, hey, what's up guys? So I just want to add this in here at the end. I just want to say thanks for watching the video if you made it all the way through. And I'd really appreciate it if you could like and subscribe to the video so it could get showed to more people and to try to grow my subscriber base. Moochie Man and I were working really hard to try to produce as much quality content on this channel as possible for a variety of games. So thanks for watching guys.